So I thought I'd have a quick chat about this car. This is the Volkswagen Up Beats. It's Beats by Dr. Dre, you know, the sort of Beats style earphones and things like that. It's branded after that. This car is only a 60 horsepower version of the Up Beats, and it does 0 to 60 in something like 14 seconds, so it's by no means quick. I've got my son in the back in his car seat, and actually that wasn't too tricky. And this is the 3-door version. Now I've got one ordered. I've got one that should be delivered hopefully next week or the following week, and it's the 90 horsepower engine, not the 60, and it is 5-door, so that'll be more practical for me. However, despite the fact that this is only 3-door, it's still not too impractical. The boot space is good, it handles well, it's got a little bit of, it's got enough oomph on these back roads to not sort of feel dangerous, because I think cars that are underpowered are quite dangerous. But yeah, this is the Up Beats. It's got, I suppose it's aimed at children, well not children, but 17 and 18 year olds. I've ordered the Up Beats not because I wanted the Beats version, I actually wanted the high up trim level because I prefer the look of that car because it has front fog lights. However, that was going to be a 26-week wait, and I don't have 26 weeks to wait on a car, because obviously, as discussed in previous videos, my car was written off. So yeah, I've got this car for now. I have this car for the next week or two, and it's underpowered compared to what I'm used to. I mean, I had the old Up. The old Up that I had was 75 horsepower, and this is only 60. But I genuinely don't really feel much of a difference in the 15 horsepower. I don't know if it's because it's the exact same torque. That's probably got a lot to do with it. I think I'll see a dramatic difference in the 90 horsepower because it's a much greater level of torque compared to this car. But yeah, all in all, this car handles well, it's got good power, and I would firmly recommend it to younger drivers because it appears to be quite cheap to insure. Bearing in mind, I'm essentially starting from school. I'm almost a young driver myself now, in a sense, because I've got zero no claims once again, and I've got a full claim against my name and things like that, which isn't handy. But I'm able to insure this for well under £1,000 a year compared to close to £2,000 or even £3,000 for some similar spec cars that are just a bit bigger. So a Polo with less power than the Up Beats, the 90 horsepower, sorry, or it's roughly the same power, which is going to be slower because it's a bigger car, that would have been a lot more to insure. And I think if you're a young driver, you're going to find that insuring an Up, because it's insurance group level 3 or 4, is going to really be a lot cheaper than trying to insure a Polo or a Golf. The other thing is, if you are a young driver but you've managed to be driving maybe for a year and you've got no claims, a year's no claims, then you'll be able to insure this car for free because Volkswagen give you free insurance if you take this car. So that's pretty handy. But yeah, ultimately, I would firmly recommend the Volkswagen Up or its derivatives or its alternatives. The Skoda Citigo, the Seat Mai, they are the same car with a different badge on them. The only reason I've went for a Volkswagen on this occasion is because the Volkswagen is the only one that has the 90 horsepower engine. The Seat Mai or Seat Me and the Skoda Citigo do not have a 90 horsepower engine or 90 horsepower engine option. Now, to that extent, what you want to do if you're a younger driver is just take the hit on your street cred and get the Skoda, because it's going to be a lot less money. It's going to maybe be £100 a month on a PCP deal with little to no deposit, and you're still going to get a good wee car, a good little car that will do you a service. Keep it for a couple of years, build up your no claims in something small, and then take it back to Skoda, trade it in for a Fabia, take it back to any other garage and trade it in for a Polo or a Golf, and you've had 2 years worth of driving a brand new car, which is fully covered by warranty, which is going to keep you right because it's going to be easy to maintain. You're not going to have the problems that you have with these older cars with things breaking and expensive repairs. It's going to be little to no money that you're going to shell out because it's brand new, and anything major that can go wrong will be in warranty in the first 3 years anyway. One really nice little feature about this Up Beats that I really like is that it has the indicator bulbs in the wing mirror, and I always think that's really a cool thing to have. It makes your indicator just that much more visible, and I've actually noticed people haven't pulled out on me nearly as much at roundabouts with this. I think simply because they know for a fact I'm indicating, and there's no question about that, you know. So yeah, all in all, Up Beats, the 60 horsepower one, absolutely fine for younger drivers, perfectly fine. Wouldn't suit my normal driving because I do a lot of back road driving and I find myself having to pass a hell of a lot of tractors and HGVs and things like that. But all in all, very good car. When I have the 90 horsepower and the 5-door, I'll review that as well, and we'll be able to discuss that a little bit further. But yeah, ultimately this car is good and I would recommend it, especially, like I say, for younger drivers if you can get the free insurance. If you can't get the free insurance though, look at the Skoda Citigo. Same engine, same floor plan, same car, just a different badge. Cheaper, a lot cheaper. You'll get a 5-door one for less than the 3-door one, the 3-door equivalent of the Up. So yeah, there you are. That's my quick review of the Volkswagen Up Beats 60 horsepower, and you'll get a more in-depth review of the 90 horsepower one.